Welcome back to Money, Money, Money. Roopa Venkatkrishnan of Sapient Wealth is with us, and we've been talking about how to let go of your financial insecurity, what it means, how can you recognize it, and more importantly, how can you get over it. So Roopa, one of the things that brings a lot of peace of mind, at least to Indians, is real physical assets, real estate, gold, something that we can touch and feel and see, right? But isn't it a fallacy to just keep accumulating physical assets? I mean, I understand that, at least those who are just about getting started on their investment journey, they may have a little bit of mistrust about financial savings. But, just being invested in real estate and gold ultimately will lead to more insecurity later on, right?
So, Sumena, I should go back to my earlier, comment, which I said, saying that we all have learned about finance and money over the last, because we have here said what our parents have done, what our grandparents have done, because we don't have any professional training that we go through over a period of time to how do you manage your money better, or the best way to manage. So obviously, financial security refers to basically saying that you need peace of mind felt, where we aren't worried about money. Okay, that's the understanding that all of us have. But often this means that we also need to have enough income to comfortably cover our expenses, correct? So being debt-free, having savings, cover emergencies, these are all something which we all know. But the myth is that we carry over the period of time is saying that gold or real estate or any other asset class is always good and the others are not. But all of us need to understand saying that I think what we are learning and observing saying that we need to have everything into our basket. There is no asset class which is bad, but each asset class has its own intrinsic characteristics of wealth creation, of generating certain kind of income. It also has characteristics of liquidity, how much money that in particular vehicle can give you returns. So real physical assets or gold are one of a kind of vehicles to invest for securities, right? Just like you have equities or portfolio management services, PMS, you have tax-free bonds or any of it. But very importantly, we need to know saying that which is the asset class which can give you sustainable regular cash flow so that we can maintain our lifestyle. And also that our money has to grow above inflation to sustain our lifestyle. So these are very important aspects that we all need to know and not get stuck to saying that it's either gold or real estate.
But how far can professional help go in helping get rid of financial insecurity? Want to understand what an advisor can do, which an investor or a person can't do themselves.
So I think over the period, Sumera, it's very essential that all of us need to know that a professional help will always help an individual to plan or make a roadmap to their entire journey so that, they are financially able to handle and create wealth for themselves. Obviously, a professional can help them in the way how to draw plans, specific investment vehicles to meet their specific needs, because each of us have specific needs, because each of us have different cash flows, different commitments, different liabilities. So obviously the money that has to be managed personally matters differently to each people. It is not that everyone will have the same plan. And also saying that the most important thing why you need a professional is because you need somebody to counsel you. Because investment, we are very emotional people when it comes to, as human beings, we are very emotional. So when it comes to investments, we also become very emotional. But we have to be very rational and practical when it comes to investments. So it is very, very essential saying that during to navigate your financial journey, you definitely need to seek a guidance or a professional help that will really help you to be out of your financial stress and I think it's just an example saying that, just like if you look at even Sachin Tendulkar, who was a cricketer and he was the best batsman, he needed a coach till the day he retired. So I think all of us need to understand it was not that Sachin didn't know how to play. It's just that you need, because each day is different, our emotions are different. So you need tactics, you need to understand how do you play. So in the same way, when it comes to investments, as dynamics are changing in the financial markets, it is faster, the kind of wealth, the kind of lifestyle we are living, I think we really need somebody to help us through this journey. And I think there are very good professionals today available who can help you wade through this whole journey of your financial wealth creation journey.
But Roopa, I mean, clearly it is possible that somebody could successfully overcome their financial insecurity. In your experience, have you helped somebody or guided them with this? And how do they continue the journey they're on?
So, Sumera, what happens is, my experience has been saying that people have a lot of inhibitions when it comes to money, to speak to anyone, even if it to a friend or a family, to anyone. So when it comes to money, people always feel saying that you need large sums of money to create large sums of wealth. And to approach somebody, they have, they don't feel like talking about money. I think that's a taboo in the society itself. So I think we need to overcome. But as people, when you go across and talk to them and help them, I think they open up to a larger extent and say that how they want to speak. But they need somebody to cajole them to actually come out and speak. And it takes a lot of time for me to cajole them to come and say that I can help you create wealth for you. Don't worry, even if it's 100 rupees, 1,000 rupees, 500 rupees. Let's start the journey. So it's a taboo. Society, money is a taboo in society. So people are very inhibition to talk about it. And I think it is very essential that we need to seek help.
And Roopa, financial insecurity is not always about just, whether you yourself are prepared for the future financially, right? It can even stem from, where you feel that somebody else's net worth is more than yours, or, one spouse is earning more than the other, or even that you feel that you haven't gotten as far along in your career as you might have hoped, right? So for somebody who's, watching right now, looking to get started, if you could summarize with, some sort of a structured plan.
So as you rightly said, each of us come from different backgrounds. We have different commitments and different income levels. So I think what I have experienced and what I've just evolved over a period of time, financials, a roadmap is first to evaluate your situation today. That is how much I am earning, what is my current expenses. I always advise saying that live below your means, create a financial goal, short-term, long-term, make a financial security plan for yourself, which is your insurance, which is your current contingency funds. And if also, because of when you do all of this, you will realize saying that are you spending more or spending less? So most of the time we spend more. So please reduce your expenses, pay off your debt, save for things like emergencies, retirement, your children's education. Maybe you want to buy a house in the next 5-10 years. Find a way also, if you think saying that your income levels are very below and you're not able to manage and you are stressful, then maybe you have to find a way to increase your income. Maybe you could coach somebody, teach somebody, see that your income levels increases. You might also do some overtime so that that overtime money can be saved. Diversify your investment and mitigate your risk, saying that don't get carried away. We saw it during pandemic saying that everybody got carried away in cryptos and trading and futures and options without understanding. And the last but not the least, be absolutely consistent in your financial security and management, because that is the essence of your financial insecurity. take guidance, go to people, speak to people, go to experts who can help you.
Absolutely. And if I can just add an 11th point to that, which is to constantly keep educating yourself. Financial literacy will form the base on which your feeling of financial security will sort of try to step in. So constantly keep educating yourself. I mean, we're living at a time when there is an abundance of information that is available. So please read, as and when you can, as much as you can. And trust me, being financially literate will go a long way in helping you get over this feeling of financial insecurity. Roopa, as always, thank you very, very much for joining in. So I hope this edition of Money, 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 which focused on how to let go of your financial insecurity, was beneficial for you, especially because we have come out of 2 years dealing with the pandemic, where a lot of people have lost their jobs. A lot of people might have, received pay cuts. A lot of us have also lost, members of the family who were contributing financially. So there is a lot of financial insecurity that many people are dealing with, but it is not as dire as you may feel in the middle of the night when you wake up. It is something that you can work on and get over. So I hope this would be the nudge that you needed. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you found this useful.